I become Miley Cyrus. How?
Botak girl.
That's so weird. What is that?
What's this botak girl doing here?
I don't
Who's
know.
that?
It's supposed to be Miley Cyrus.
Doesn't look like Miley.
Sure not.
Welcome to another episode of Now You Know Season 3, where we share something new and exciting to one another. Stay tuned till the end as we have a little quiz to test ourselves, and we hope you will join us taking the quiz as well. So today's episode we have Indra to share about...
And traditional Hari Raya goodies that you need to know. Because now people can be very creative in making up new kuihs and stuff. Then sometimes they forgot what are the traditional ones lah. So my intention is to document this, so hopefully it'll be out there in the internet forever. Okay. So during this month, we can see Kuih Raya sold in every bazaar Ramadan in Singapore, specifically at Geylang Serai Bazaar and Kampong Glam Bazaar. Okay, near the Sultan Mosque, Geylang Serai and Kampong Glam lah. These are the popular ones lah. All the races in Singapore and our neighboring countries like Malaysia, Indonesia and Brunei and many in other countries simply enjoy this wonderful month as they can get all sorts of Raya biscuits, cakes and snacks that can usually be found during the Ramadan to Shawwal month. So let's check out these 10 traditional Hari Raya goodies that you should try before they disappear. Okay, like what I mentioned earlier, the aim is to document them in this video and share the information with our viewers. Hopefully, this Kuih Raya or Hari Raya goodies will not be lost in time as we move on to the modern kuihs and goodies found during Hari Raya. So here are the top 10 of my traditional Hari Raya goodie list. Okay, the undisputed famous Kuih Raya or pineapple tarts. The font in script, the orange one is the Malay version of what we call them, Kuih Tart. That's how it's spelled. There are many versions out there. The traditional ones are made with a flour base with pineapple fillings on top. We also have the rolled version as seen at the bottom here. And some creative bakers make them in other forms like this flour version on top. Okay, the base dough is made usually from flour, butter, egg yolk and condensed milk. The filling is made from fresh, juicy, grated pineapples, which is cooked and reduced to golden color pineapple jam filling. The good ones are usually buttery, crumbly, and very addictive that won't stick to your mouth and teeth. They are just unbelievably good. This is an undisputed one of the most popular festive goodies in Singapore. There are many types of tarts you can find nowadays. Just a week ago, I saw mango tarts at FairPrice in Jewel. I kid you not. And I also previously came across nangka tart or jackfruit. Alright, so instead of using pineapple or mango, they use jackfruit tarts. Okay, so go hunt for them if you want to try them and taste how they taste like. Okay, next up, okay, Kuih Makmur, or this is what we translate it in Malay, peanut-filled cookies. Makmur in Malay in Indonesian means successful, prosperous, and anything along those lines. So Kuih Makmur are pretty little cookies that filled with crushed toasted peanuts that is a must during this period, especially in Singapore and Malaysia, and probably in Indonesia and Brunei too. While not as iconic as pineapple tarts, they do still make an appearance at our other festival too. For example, Deepavali, Christmas, even Chinese New Year, just to mention a few. Made out of flour with ghee or clarified butter with some sugar and salt, shaped into pretty little cookies with a leaf pattern. It looks like leaf, very fat leaf. The white stuff you see on top of them are the icing sugar. Some of them comes in green and has a pandan flavor, right? So that's Kuih Makmur for you. Next stop is Kuih Bangkit, tapioca cookies. Okay, one of my favorites during Hari Raya. Kuih Bangkit is a powdery sweet tapioca cookie. Seems very easy to make, but it's in fact very challenging. Why? Okay, to get that light airy texture is no small feat lah. The tapioca flour, okay, don't use normal flour, it's tapioca flour. Tapioca flour has to be pan fried with pandan leaf until light and fluffy. Then you put in eggs and the sugar into the mixture and it's hand whipped with a spring beater until light and frothy, and they will also use coconut milk added to the mix lah. So it is then needed to form a soft, pliable dough that is not too moist or dry. So once you bite, it just like melts in your mouth and give that pure heaven feel lah. Okay. So this tapioca cookie are also popular during Chinese New Year. Next one is Biscuit Suji or Suji Biscuit. The spelling is different. In Malay, S-U-J-I. In English, S-U-G-E-E. Biscuit Suji, also known as semolina biscuits. Okay, it's pale cream in appearance. The ghee gives it a rich and buttery flavor. Most of the recipe usually semolina flour. You can see here the yellow one. It's coarser and give the cookie an extra crunch. Basically, semolina is a high gluten flour made from hard durum wheat. It has a rather coarse texture, yellow in color, and is high in gluten protein. So as you can see here, flour usually white. All types of flour usually white, but this one is slightly coarser and yellow. Right? So that's Biscuit Suji. Next is Sarang Semut. If you direct translate it, is Ant's Nest Biscuit. So Sarang Semut or Ant's Nest Biscuit in English sounds odd when you think of it, but it sure looks the part lah. So made from plain flour, custard flour. Some people also add corn flour. 3 different types of flour just to make this. They use butter and custard sugar. So to make the dough. Then once they make the dough, they shred it and pile it onto the mold like an ant's nest, something like this. So the biscuit would also be sprinkled with chocolate rice toppings, as you can see there. It has a crunch to it when eaten, but at the same time also melts in your mouth for that piece of heaven feeling. Okay, so that's Sarang Semut. So you put inside this small container, you pop it inside, then you just crunch it, and that's it. Right. Next one we have Semperit. Semperit or custard cookies lah. Basically, a Semperit is a sweet custard or butter cookie that crumbles in your mouth. This Malay version of butter cookies lah is best taken deep in coffee or tea. Extremely popular in the 70s and 80s and available mostly in almost every Malay household during Hari Raya period. It will crumble in your mouth, giving that a la butter cookie taste. Made from margarine, icing sugar, corn flour, and plain flour. 2 types of flour. They use custard powder, egg yolk, and topped with a glazed chopped cherry, the red ones you see on top there. It also comes in this rectangular form as seen in the slide here, top here. Okay, so that's some Semperit for you, custard cookies. Next one, I have Kuih Putu Kacang. Okay, Kuih Putu Kacang or green bean putu. This one they use green bean powder or green bean flour. One of the kuihs out there that uses only 2 ingredients. Okay, but as simple as it sounds, the preparation to make this kuih can be quite challenging. It only uses green beans and fine or icing sugar. Some people add some flour and salt to it lah. Okay, but traditionally it's just the grounded green bean powder and sugar. That's it. Then you put inside the mold and compress it. That's it. Okay. To make it, you need to heat the wok without any oil. You put the green beans inside and you cook it. Okay, slow cook it until they are brown. Let it dry. Pound it to dehusk the shell lah. The husk, we call it husk lah. Then you mix with sugar until it becomes a powder. Then you put it inside the mold and compress it. When you eat it, you put inside, it just crumbles in your mouth. And a caution here lah, don't talk when you eat lah, because the powder will flow out from your mouth lah. Okay, so it's quite good lah. I don't have bantal peluk saloma, but this one I have bantal buruk lah. Buruk means ugly lah. So it looks like ugly, but direct translation is the ugly log, because they looks like really old tree logs, but they are deceptively delicious. The main ingredient is also green beans, as with the Kuih Putu Kacang, right? Previously. And you know green beans can be quite yummy. The other ingredients are flour, rice flour, eggs, sugar, some oil, and coconut milk for that in flavor lah. As we all know lah, you can't go wrong with coconut lah, right? For me lah, whenever there's coconut, it will the taste a bit lah. So if you come across this, go and try before it disappears. Okay, it used to be very popular, but recently it's very rare and hard to get. So yeah, we don't have bantal peluk saloma, but we have kuih batang buruk, right?
Is it batang or bantal?
Batang
Batang.
Oh. Okay. Based on my research, it's batang buruk.
Okay.
They call it batang buruk because batang is log, right? Log. So I think correct lah, not bantal lah. So next one I have for you is Kuih, Buah, Rotan. Ratan fruit balls. I don't know whether you guys tried this before. Familiar or not? No. I don't like it lah, but I've seen that time, I think 10, 20 years ago, every household will have this, but I don't really like it lah. Also known as Kuih Redan, made from glutinous rice flour. Okay, this one they don't use normal flour, not tapioca flour, but glutinous rice flour. They add eggs, sugar, salt, and a little bit of calcium carbonate into it. So the dough is rolled into small balls. Then they coat them with sesame seed. You can see there on the surface. And fry them in cooking oil with medium flame. As simple as that. Because the ball cannot be too big. Why? Because if it's too big, because maybe due to the nature of the ingredient, if it's too big, then it will crack open when you fry them in oil. They look like the fruit of the rattan tree shown on top here. You know, rattan cane is commonly used to make furniture like chairs, and this is the fruit of the rattan tree, which is a species of the palm tree, and their trunks has thorns. Go Google them out and to see how the tree looks like. In Singapore, we cannot find it. If you do a drive-through in Malaysia, you might see some, right? So that Kuih, Buah, Rotan, or rattan fruit balls, okay? Crunchy, but inside hollow, right? Next one is Cornflakes Madu, honey cornflakes. Honey cornflakes. It's also quite easy to make. Madu is honey in Malay, and this kuih is literally cornflakes mixed with honey. That's it. A popular treat not only in Hari Raya occasion, but during Chinese New Year also, because I saw this in Fresh Fries during CNY. It's very fast to make and usually contains around maybe 5 to 6 ingredients max. You just need to melt the unsalted butter. Then you add sugar and honey to make the coating right? Then coat the cornflakes in it. That's it. Just put the cornflakes and mix everything up. Then put inside the small container there, right? But you need, it's not over. Once you do that, you still need to bake it for a while, maybe around like 10 minutes till golden brown. So when you bake it, that's where it becomes crunchy again. Because if you coat it with honey, it will like make things soggy. But once you bake it, you make it crunchy again. Then to top it off, you can sprinkle some colored sugar balls or rainbow sprinkles over them. They have this crunchy sweet texture. Recently, new versions made of Nutella, Milo, or dark chocolate. I've seen here, right? So these are the modern ones lah. Yeah, old ones is just honey lah. Now, you can put Milo to coat it as using Milo, even dark chocolate also, like Belgian dark chocolate. You can try it out.
But that one is so painful to make, especially it gets sticky everywhere.
Yeah,
because it's honey.
Correct. So these are my references, right? But I will not end there. Just want to do a shout out okay? Also part of our library and archives blueprint, which is also known as Lab 25 Master Plan. We have produced a few cooking shows, video that uses recipe from our archives from the early 50s and earlier. So this is under the Singapore Storyteller key role as indicated here. Lab 25, there's 4 key roles learning marketplace, income strategy. So under Storyteller, we have these cooking videos So we get one of our librarians and we dig up into our archive some of this old recipe and we try to recreate it. It's available now on NLB Facebook and YouTube. So go and check it out. So basically, it's to use our collection and archival materials to tell stories of Singapore's heritage to our users. So one of it is like our recipe, traditional recipe. You can find very, very strange recipes. I've seen some of them, but it's exciting because we want to try out these recipes. And this is like I don't know, in the 50s and earlier than that. And some of them are back then they're already like trying to experiment on new recipes. So if you guys get the opportunity, do visit our National Library Board Singapore YouTube and Facebook channel. Right. With that, let's go to the quiz. Question 1. I give you guys slightly more time. What can you find on the surface of the Kuih Buah Rotan? What is coated outside it?
Actually, it can be anything you want it to be.
Yeah, but as
The
per my
traditional one,
presentation, yeah. Alright, so congrats. Everybody got it right. Yeah. Okay, question 2. Apart from honey, modern versions of the cornflakes Madu, right, uses what to coat the cornflakes? So easy you all know I give you 3 answers. Besides the honey, what
Just
else
one can, right?
One can already, yeah. Just name anyone. Oh, I'll give you 20 seconds. You all take 10. Butter, wrong. Nutella, Milo, or dark
Pupuk
chocolate.
Butter, because
Is it Africa?
Butter is
The way in Africa lah.
Butter.
Butter is one.
It's one of the
Butter.
ingredients.
Yeah,
One of the
butter
ingredients.
is one of the ingredients, but the one that coats the
Oh, I read wrongly.
then that, if you put butter, because it will more oilier, it won't stick at all, you know.
Oops.
Oh, yeah. After you bake it, it's like the butter all at the
Then
bottom.
they think hangus. Like they think it will burn the house.
Now how you help your mother like that? Wait,
Oh, Shafiq.
Rafiq,
Spicy.
tajam lah you. Tajam, you know,
joking lah.
Okay. Go try. She
Never mind,
read it
Mika got it
wrongly.
I will drag Shafiq later. Don't worry.
What?
I will drag Shafiq.
Go and beat Shafiq.
Uh,
Okay, which is the incorrect statement about Biskut Suji or Suji Biscuit? Which is the incorrect one, okay? The false statement. Also known as semolina biscuit, it's pastry-like and crumbly, made of hard durum wheat, cannot use regular multi-purpose flour to make it.
Oh, wait.
One of it is wrong.
I think I selected the wrong answer. Oh wait, no, right.
Correct! You
Eh.
can use multi-purpose flour. Who never answer?
Me.
You don't know, is it?
Wait, I didn't press the.
Oh, never
Submit
submit.
button.
Oh, must be slightly faster. Okay. Wah, taktik and darat is. Oh,
Rain, can you
The two kuih is fighting.
Rain, can you spam Shafiq's phone with text so that he cannot answer?
Eh,
Okay,
don't.
next, Kuih Makmur or peanut-filled cookies are filled with custard toasted peanuts. Name another ingredient of Kuih Makmur apart from the peanuts and the flour, lah, of course. What else? The clue
Alamak.
is there. The clue is there. You can see it. I put picture, no, people.
The plate,
Slice flour.
the plate.
Good try. Hafiz put plate. See whether correct or not.
Alamak.
Let's see. Icing sugar. Okay, can. Sugar powder. Okay lah, can
What
lah.
is
can
sugar powder? Sugar bee powder.
Lah. Sugar bee powder. Who's that?
No, it's I want to press space, typing really fast.
Yelah tu. Minus point.
Ah?
Hey,
No such thing as sugar bee powder.
What type of flour is used to make kuih bangkit? There are different types of flour, okay? This one I give you MCQ.
oh no.
Yeah, which one? Kuih bangkit. Kuih
I think so.
bangkit.
Kuih bangkit is also my favourite, yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
same,
it.
same.
Wow, correct. Tapioca flour. But I like tapioca lah. I love tapioca. You just either you fried it or you baked it. Oh, it's nice lah.
I don't
Alright.
really like this.
The kuih bangkit lah. Maybe you should try the good ones Hafiz.
Maybe I keep
You
getting
keep on
the inferior
eating non-stop. No, that was very nice. Tapioca flour is nice. Alright, question 6. Good job, guys. Come on. Semperit or custard cookies is the Malay version of the what famous cookie?
Oh, what?
Answer is yes, butter cookie. Thanks, everyone. Answer. Everybody
Wow,
got
so
it
specific. Danish butter.
Right. Oh, they only got to give extra points.
For yo.
Ika, what's his very specific?
Chepo swing kit ah.
So wicked.
That's the correct answer.
Apa like jarum cookies or like
jarum cookies. Yes, the Malay version of a butter cookie. Alright, good job. Question 7. What is the main ingredient used to make kuih Batang Buruk and kuih Putu Kacang? Yeah, I show you this Batang Buruk. What is the main ingredient? Is it coconut milk, rice flour, peanuts, green beans? Which one? I don't know lah.
I think so lah. I'm not sure for this one. I got it wrong.
It's green beans lah.
Yeah. No.
Come on. Vika got it right, Vika?
Yeah, I got it right.
Nice. Come on. One more point.
Wow,
Then beat
proud lah. I'm so
Vika.
proud. I'm so proud.
Question 8. Apart from Geylang Serai Bazaar, which other bazaar mentioned during my presentation which you can go to savor some of Hari Raya goodies?
Alamak.
I mentioned 2 just now. Geylang Serai and this one general knowledge that you all know also lah, right? I want to go to this place.
Just now Indra keep asking us to go.
I
Where?
I can't remember, so I'm just going to take whatever I know.
Not Woodlands, definitely not Woodlands. I didn't mention Woodlands. I know there's a few bazaars around Singapore, but the 2 main ones are Geylang Serai
Okay, this I can
Bazaar,
never. I
Forgot, I
just
just
homework.
cincai lah.
and Kampung Glam Bazaar. Haji Lane, Igam. Let's see. Wow, kuih darat.
Boys lah.
Let's go. Whoa!
What was the answer again just now?
Going
Kampung Glam,
down.
Kampung Glam
Oh,
Bazaar.
Kampung Glam. Okay.
Yeah.
Kampung Glam Bazaar. Question 9. Pineapple tarts are the undisputed most popular festive goodies in Singapore. Name another type of tart mentioned during the presentation. The modern ones are not made from pineapple but made of something else. I mentioned 2. Mango tarts, correct. Nutella, no lah. Nutella tart, technically have lah, but I didn't mention that lah. Right? So it's mango tart or jackfruit tart. Okay?
Nutella.
I saw chocolate lah, right? Chocolate.
Yeah.
I saw, yeah. But I was referring to the other ones. Okay? Come on, Vika. This one last one to tie with kuih tatik. Question 10. Under NLB's library as an archive blueprint or Lab 25, there are some cooking shows, videos that use recipes from our archive. Select the Lab 25 key roll it's under.
No.
It's Singapore Storyteller. All the videos, everything is all Singapore Storyteller.
Okay lah, Fika, you won.
Congratulations to Ryan and Hafiz for emerging the winner for today's quiz, and well done Fika for matching up to catching up to Shafiq. All right, congratulations guys, and hope you guys learn a thing about all these traditional quiz. They can still be found, but some of them mentioned here, you need to hunt for them lah.
Thank you for tuning in into this episode. We hope you had fun and enjoyed hanging around with us and learn a thing or two about the different Kuih Rayas. So till next time, bye-bye.
Okay.